Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr in another episode, and we are on the way, or actually we are at the brink of entering the Inner Sanctum. So the mission is called the Inner Sanctum, a mission breathing. My first encounter with Klosterheim was troubling to say the least. I have learned a terrible secret about my past, and I must accept that before my voluntary mind cleansing operation we once shared the same ideas and walked the same path. Now after establishing a fragile truce, we are heading towards Uther's Inner Sanctum together. I'm afraid only death and madness awaits us there, and I fear the same thing. Alright, go on.
Is this the Inner Sanctum?
This is a genitorium that powers the various dissection chapels and the laboratoriums in the Sanctum. But we are close.
Alright, so we are close, and that again looks absolutely amazing. That you have to imagine, when the alpha started, you didn't have all these little mechanical things, all the cables on the ground.
Inquisitor. How did you find Martyr? Were you looking for me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to investigate the source of an ancient inquisitorial distress signal.
It must have been the will of the Emperor then. I am aware of that signal. It was activated by the rebels during the inner strife against Tiberius. It only transmits from time to time, in strange bursts.
Die, heretic!
And that is what Newcore Games did, I think, really good. They really did the design. I know, if you design or if you create a Warhammer game, you have a very big advantage, and that is you
become even more praiseworthy.
We earn salvation only through the annihilation of the unclean.
You might have changed, but your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't.
You always have the advantage that you do not have to design very much yourself. I think Newcore Games did take some freedom with the Unbound Grunt, for example. I do not recognize him from the tabletop game, but with everything else, even with the rebels there, or the PDFs, the Traitor Legion, the design of the maps, how the style of the game is, you actually have a pretty... You have a world already established where you need to get in. Of course, on the other hand...
Inquisitor, and yet you are the same. It is disturbing.
I used to be the one hunting for Martyr, and now you have all the answers. That's disturbing.
If it's any consolation, you were right all along. Uther Tiberius had a secret that could have changed the fate of the Imperium.
You will learn the nature of this secret, I assume.
Indeed. It's a weapon with immense powers.
On the other hand, of course, you have to be at a certain standard, and that, in my opinion, they did that pretty good.
Some very old human remains here. They belonged to the crew of the Martyr.
When Uther's followers turned against him, the monastery was consumed by war. It crippled the ship eventually.
Alright, invalid data stream. I trust you are well, old friend. Allow me apologize for my methods, but my tech adept tells me that this is the only safe communication channel we have left. I had my reservations about the machine spirit of the Martyr, but the recent deployments are extremely troubling. I strongly recommend that you and the others use the modified service guides provided by number 67. My answer is yes, with a few practical caveats. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but the most important task at hand is to acquire evidence of his dealings with the abomination and the clones. The power of the Alpha subject may be blinded quite a few of our brothers in the inner circle to be precise, but this unholy pact would disgust any sane person. This experiment was corrupt to begin with, and the results cannot be salvaged. May the Emperor forgive us all. We have only one option left, no matter how regrettable it is. So, new clue. We actually take a look at it right now. I've discovered proof that the Martyr was crippled by an uprising led by the most loyal followers of Uther to produce against the former superior. I need to find out what happened to the ship. It could have consequences for my ongoing investigation. So, reading the clue out.
Discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon.
I have only heard rumors. The real answer lies here. I know that it could save the Imperium of Man from the tides of chaos, and that Uther Tiberius risked excommunication from the Inquisition to create this weapon.
Okay, so what I've learned is we are not going to read out clues once we are in battle. I actually thought that the game would pause there, but it did not. So anyhow, that's nothing which should trouble me right now. We should just go
What's the
on.
sigil on the wall? It resembles a demonic mark fused with Xenos and Imperial symbols.
Uther called them Empyrean seals. He studied forbidden summoning rites and the arcane machines of a lost civilization, and combined them with sanctioned practices. The seals trap the essence of destroyed demons, so they can't get back to the warp to reform.
Uther wanted to conceal the existence of his secret weapon, even from the minions of chaos. I feel far too close to heresy.
What are you talking about? We must fight fire with fire. You taught me that.
And I am not the same person anymore.
There's always a, I guess, small, you know, is it heresy? I'm now completely only talking about the game, nothing with the real world or anything. But is it heresy if you go to get evil to fight heresy? I don't know. Okay, how do we get in there? That's a big bummer.
The inner sanctum is cut off from the rest of the ship, making it a black site. Even the machine spirit doesn't have eyes or ears there.
How do we get through the stasis field?
I've seen similar security systems on the ship. The status field must be deactivated using 2 different terminals in different places at the same time.
Tiberius was indeed quite protective of his secrets.
Proceed to the first cogitator. It must be close. I'll find the other one.
What a coincidence that we are 2 Inquisitors. But fair enough. The bad thing is I think we have quite a way in front of us. The only good thing for me right now is that we are power rating wise a little bit above this mission, which right now makes it actually a little bit too easy, but just fine for me right now. So 1 reborn marauder should die. Yes, down he is. And the second one is down as well, taking down the unbound grunt there, giving him a headshot. And maybe that
I met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
Kill the heretic!
I am not sure whether that is only with sniper weapons, but if I make a aimed shot with the less gun, I actually do not have to power up the shot, which you have to do, I think, with sniper weapons. Or I have just a memory there of the alpha and beta version. That might be the point as well. Anyhow, I do not care right now. I think that's absolutely amazing that you just
Approaching
can.
the terminal that will deactivate the stasis field. Where are you?
Having some problems with the ferrofiles.
For me right now, it's quite good that you don't have to press the mouse button for a couple of seconds to power up the shot, but I really think that was with sniper rifle. It will run there, of course, guys. Correct me. As I always say, for me, feedback, whether it's negative or positive, is always much appreciated. And there's actually something which has been written down in the comments already a couple of months ago. As you can see, if I play this game, I don't get into cover, because actually that is what some critics said as well. I don't see too much of an advantage of going into cover, because you can go into cover, and at some points I guess that is the right thing to do, but in the end you slow down your attacks so fast. You are so slow then in attacking the enemies, and the cover is, if you are facing a larger group of enemies, actually shot down pretty damn fast. So for me personally, I'm never the guy who likes to get into cover, because that's just me, but I just want to hop into there, kill all the enemies, and good it is, without going into cover or, you know, relying on stealth too much. Although I played games like Echo, which was basically a stealth game, a wonderful game, a indie game, but I prefer into hopping in, giving the headshots, and get out. So here we are at the Cogitator.
I'm ready to deactivate the stasis field. Are you ready?
I'm on heavy fire, but I can access this terminal. Proceed.
Alright, so deactivating the force field, or the stasis field.
Is down. Head back here.
I can't. The savages are bringing in some demonic reinforcements. I must retreat and find another way back. Proceed into the inner sanctum. I'll catch up with you.
Alright, so... Alright, I want to say we are alone, but no, we ain't. And what I really like is the... I know there are longer missions, especially if you don't play the campaign, which are about 10, which can, if you play purchase, can be around 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I think it's a blast to have to play these fast-playing campaign missions, which are about 10 to 12 minutes. I like that. Anyhow, we have reached a new rank. Unlock perk, Unfettered Marksmanship. Aimed and sniper attacks deal plus 50% damage while your suppression resistance is in the green. That is actually not bad. Alright, taking a look at our gear. Another Signum 28 is quite amazing. And I put it into here. 85, that is quite an amazing amount of damage, to be honest. 29, I'll take that as well. I know I'm not using the grenade launcher too much, but let's keep it with the set anyhow. I'm looking there. I may be going into pistols there again, but that only if time goes by, I guess. No, I don't know what I want to say there, but sometimes that's just weird like that. For now, guys, I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this episode, guys, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have anything to say, guys, then leave me a comment. Whether it's, as I said, positive or negative, always feedback is much appreciated. For now, have a nice day, stay frosty, bye.